Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Final Fantasy XIV Mobile's latest patch notes. Yeah, we haven't really talked about it in recent months because quite frankly there hasn't been a whole lot to talk about. There's been a few bits of news about the game over in China, but ever since they kind of moved to make it so that you had to pay a few dollars in order to access the market board in order to, as like an anti-bot measure, there's been a lot less interest in the West to play the Chinese version, and there's only a small community of people that are really kind of circumventing it to make sure that they can keep playing it. That being said, all this stuff, when it does go global, whenever that may be, is going to affect us too. So it's curious to see what 14 Mobile is doing, and as such, I want to take a look at the patch notes. So, Final Fantasy XIV Mobile subreddit. These translations are done by Rabla Andrews. Rabla's done a bunch of translation work that we've covered in previous videos as well, and I'll make sure to include a link in the description of the video. But these were posted September 9th, and there's some interesting things happening. There's one thing in particular that is going to set people ablaze, although there's a bit of a caveat to it all the same. So, dear adventurers, as the exploration of the binding coil of Bahamut deepens, the Warrior of Light not only gets closer to the hidden truths behind the Seventh Umbral Calamity, but they also prepare for a new chapter in their Eorzean adventure after completing Operation Archon. While the Eorzean Alliance has achieved victory, the threat of the Garlean Empire still looms over the continent, and the hidden dangers have not dissipated. The tale of Eorzea is waiting for the Warrior of Light to continue its glorious legacy. At the same time, the crisis of the Beastmen summoning their primals has not subsided, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are needed to step up. New main scenario questline has begun, and the new chapter of the adventure will be written by every adventurer. In this update, new high difficulty trials, Crystalline Conflict PvP mode, new items in the Gold Saucer, and other major features are ready. This update also introduces a new big fish, an original mount, and a new attire. Whether you enjoy gathering and crafting or want to customize your look, you'll find something to love in this new version. Let's embark on this new chapter of Eorzea and begin an even grander adventure. This update will take place during... Okay, we don't need to read that part. So, quite a few new things being added. This is patch 2.1, if I'm not mistaken. There's a rumor that by patch 2.2-ish, I believe, that's when there might actually be global language support for the Chinese version. It already has all the voice acting in the different languages, but in the text is not officially supported. There's people are patching it to get English text, and even then it's kind of broken in a lot of ways. But there's rumors that it will actually be officially supported in a few months, which may be a hint of when we can expect to see global. It might actually appear between 7.3 and 7.4, which would be probably pretty good timing. So, new main scenario quest, A Realm Awoken through the Maelstrom and Defenders of Eorzea. That's 2.1 through 2.3, all being added with 2.1 here. Then you just need to, be done with 2.0 story and then continue with the Waking Sands. New trials, Thornmarch War Leader, Striking Tree Hard. Those are all from those respective patches as well. Interesting, though, the way they've been doing extremes has been incredibly strange. So, every trial does not have an extreme difficulty. They've just been doing one. So, like, Titan Extreme was the only extreme trial for 2.0. And here it's only Leviathan. I just wonder why they're doing that, if they plan on going back and doing anything with that at all. Because it was interesting seeing the changes to stuff like Titan and seeing the changes to the Binding Coil. I did do some of the Savages over there. And I would love to see what they do, especially with, like, Striking Tree. Striking Tree is a pretty unique trial when it comes to the way you have to handle the orbs and everything. And Leviathan's a good one, but, I mean, it's still only one. So I'm just curious what the thought process is. The new PvP mode is available through the following quests. Up no longer. That's Crystalline... Dude, Crystalline Conflict on mobile has got to be wild. You know what I mean? Like, that's got to be wild. I don't know. I definitely got to see footage of that. More side quests have been added. So, Help Me, Lord of the Dance. That unlocks the ball dance emote, I think. Good for What Ails You. That also unlocks a dance. The step dance? I'm just thinking about what they do in retail. Saw That One Coming. I don't know what that is. I'd assume most of these are dances. I kind of want to look it up. Hold on. Let me look over here. Saw That One Coming. All right, let's see. Saw That One Coming. Final Fantasy XIV. The Harvest Dance. Okay, so it does drop a dance. Buzzkill. I have no idea what that quest is. Buzzkill, Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, it's just some random quest. It's a follow-up to another quest, but just some, like, random, as it says here, level 21 quest. And God of Sea and River. That should be the new big fish, but God of Sea and River. I did the big fishing quest lately. I don't think there's one called that. So maybe it's just a different name. Maybe it's the way the name translates. But it is from Sisyphus. You know, that's the big fish NPC in lower decks. Sea and River. I wonder if that's just the second of the two. Because I think there's 3 big fish quests. No, are there 3? Oh man, I don't remember. I just remember I caught them all, but like I have a hard time remembering. I just wonder if that's Nepto Dragon, because Sea and River, God of the Sea sounds like Nepto Dragon. I'm not sure about the God of the River. I don't remember which one that is. Okay, battle system. 9 new job-specific PvP actions have been added. They unlock after completing a pup no longer. So they are doing PvP exclusive actions. Kind of glad that they are doing that. I think that's something 14 has done relatively well. And it's also in the retail version given us good means to kind of toy with certain ideas that maybe we'd like to see in PvE. Black Mage. The logic for Thunder and Ether Flow Burst Thunder has been restructured and the mechanics have been adjusted. In isolation, that's not going to mean anything to me. Secondary refinement has been added for high quality item level 135 crafted gear. It's now possible to upgrade this gear twice to create +2 gear at 145. I guess that's not too different. I mean, we have refinement of our crafted gear, so it just seems like their own version of it. The refinement materials can be obtained by desynthesize. Oh my god. So you have to make item level 135 gear, desynthesize it, and then get all the materials like that or buy them off the market in order to do the refinement. That's certainly a way to go about doing it. Secondary refinement has been added for level 140 Tomestones of Genesis. Now possible to upgrade this gear twice to create item level 150. Yeah, I'm trying to think about if you could refine that. No, I think it starts at 140 and now it can be refined to 150. The refined material is going to be obtained from War Leader Extreme. So that's the reason. So that makes sense because Titan you didn't do Titan for Titan weapons. You did Titan for Titan rocks, and you used the Titan rocks to upgrade the basic Tombstone gear, I think it was. But they've been using the Extreme Trials as a method of giving people like upgrade materials instead of weapons. And the normal, or I guess the hard modes in this case, are the things that actually drop weapons. So I'm assuming that's going to continue to be the case with the 3 new hard modes here. Relic Weapons Chapter 3, the final addition to the level 50 Legendary Weapon Saga. The Zodiac weapons are going to be done already? Interesting. I wonder if that's... Yeah, it's only 2.1. You'd imagine that there's like some sort of upgrade later. Maybe they're going to do the Anima weapons in a row. I don't know what they're planning on doing with this one. Which will also enhance their special effects. I haven't kept up much with the Zodiac weapons. I don't know if they actually have like bonus combat effects or if they mean the glow. I'd assume they mean the glow. If you complete the creation of all 9 level 50 legendary weapons, an additional special effect will become available. You know, it's a questionable thing. So in 14 mobile, there's a lot more bonuses tied to completing features. A good example is the sightseeing log. There's the sightseeing log and the true sightseeing log. The regular sightseeing log literally doesn't need any of the conditions. You just need to go to the location and do the correct emote. Whereas the true one is like our original sightseeing log, you know, especially the Realm Reborn one. But by doing just the normal one, you actually unlock the ability to show random events on the map. There's like little mini random events that can happen. Nothing too major, but they're kind of beneficial to go out of your way and do. And so, especially the digging spots, I think there are. It's not treasure hunting. It's like it's a whole separate. There's like treasure coffers that are hidden that you can dig up just on the map at all times, and you can get like EXP boosts from those, and you can see them if you've done the normal sightseeing. So I wonder if it's just something like that. I'll have to inquire with people who are still playing. Crystalline Conflict has been added, and then it just explains Crystalline Conflict. You can do it right from level 25. You have to be at least level 10 to queue in. No item level requirement, and it's only available 2 hours out of the day, from 10 a.m. to oh no, that's 10 a.m. to midnight. My brain broke. No, it's 14 hours. I get it. Final Fantasy 14 hours. Anyway, so but it's still strange. I guess they want people queuing for it at that time. It's a little strange. Okay, that's what each job will use special PvP stats and actions for fair play, of course. A new PvP focused location, Wolf's Den. Yeah, Wolf's Den being here, Pup no longer gives you access to the area, and then you switch over to your PvP hub. It's basically all the same things. And you can also challenge people to a duel while you're there. No offers, no rewards, no penalties, anything, just basically the dueling that's already there. A new PvP exclusive series Malmstone currency has been added. Participating in PvP will grant you series Malmstones, which increase. Yeah, so they're getting the series feature now, which is not too surprising because they have been pulling a lot of stuff from newer Final Fantasy XIV, and this is new/old Final Fantasy XIV anyway. Battle Pass, second Battle Pass has been added. Unused Battle Pass currency from the previous season will be carried over and can still be used. Yeah, there's an actual Battle Pass, like a paid Battle Pass that's separate from the series in the mobile version. I wonder, they addressed a lot of the pay-to-win concerns with that by making a lot of the more valuable things there just kind of available for general earnings, especially materia. Wonder how that's going at this point. Crafting and gathering, new fish. You know, we know there's new big fish, so no surprise. New timed gathering nodes have been added to the gathering log. Materials gathered are used for item level 140 crafting gear. So it's part of the refinement process from the 135 to 140, it sounds like. New crafting items and gear recipes have been added. They can be used to craft combat gear in future version updates. Interesting that they're putting it ahead of time, I guess, so people can prepare ahead of time and not just guess what the materials are going to be. It's an interesting approach. Events. The 4 unicorn mounts previously available through pre-registration have been added to MGP. I like that move, adding pre-registration stuff to MGP. It doesn't hold too much exclusivity. I do think exclusivity in some cases works. I think this is one that isn't really that big a deal, though. The unicorn flute, the ethereal unicorn flute, the Aurorian unicorn flute, and the crimson unicorn flute. We could definitely use some more unicorns. People have been asking for that for ages. 200,000 MGP each. Gold Saucer special event will begin soon. Oh, so it sounds like they're getting Make It Rain. A new emote Eureka will be available for 800,000 MGP. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be the Make It Rain event. The Moogle's Grand Performance, a returning player event, has begun. Participating in the event by completing specified quests or inviting returning adventurers to log in. Already a returner event. Not too big of a deal, not too big of a surprise, but I think they're probably going to want to do that literally every patch to try to encourage people to tell their friends to return because it gives them an incentive. Mog Station, our favorite thing. The first original mount, I saw this, the first original mount to support custom die appearances. The Magitech skateboard is now available. A limited time discount and rebate event for the mount has also been launched. Hi, future haps here. Well, I guess technically still past haps, but the future haps to the past haps to recorded the video. Whatever. I'm making an addendum to the video. I mentioned the dyeable mount just now. It's not a dyeable mount. It's just a very odd translation. This was clarified by the person who did the initial translation. It's not like a mount you can just freely dye a bunch of different ways. It's actually just a mount with 3 separate types of appearances. I wasn't able to get any information about if you have to pay per appearance or if you buy one and it just gives you these 3 different appearances. But the dyeing thing is way different. So I'm going to leave exactly what I said in, but just disregard because that's not how it works. Anyway, back to the video. It's really funny that this comes up because obviously in Cosmic Exploration, there's a mount that's a recolor of the basic mount from Sinus Adorum, and it's 500,000 in every Crafter and Gatherer, and it's just a dyed version. It's just a black version. And then in Fana, there's a blue version that you get to ride for one of the quests. So everyone's probably thinking, man, I wish we could get that instead of just getting the same mount re-dyed. I do wonder if we will see the Magitech skateboard in Global, and I wonder if they will strive to do something similar, or if they'll just have to make it sell for different amounts. It's really hard to tell where the engine limitations of the retail Final Fantasy XIV versus the original engine for 14 Mobile, where those lines are fully drawn and how much of it can be worked around. So I'm really curious to see if we'll get the Magitech skateboard somewhere down the line. Wonder boxes, don't like that, have been added to the store. The Vibrant Morning and Cute Heart hairstyle blind boxes each contain 6 different hairstyles. So 12 hairstyles added to gacha boxes. Each time you open a Wonder Box, you receive one of the 6 hairstyles at random. After opening a specific Wonder Box 6 times, you receive... Okay, so there's really not much RNG. It's effectively, if you just want one, you're kind of gambling. But if you want all of them, you have to make 6 to 12 purchases, depending on if you want both boxes. So just a recurring purchase people can make. I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, you could just make all 12 of them available, but they want you to go through that system. So that's an interesting one. Hi. Back with another addendum. So with the hairstyles, it's not actually 12 different hairstyles necessarily. It's actually 2 hairstyles, one for each box, but they have different like adornments and accessories in their hair. So these boxes have one hairstyle with 6 different adornments. I'm assuming one of them also doesn't have an adornment, but the point is that it's not 12 different hairstyles. So just wanted to add a clarification for that as well. Fat Cat attire has been added. 15. I don't remember the price conversion of the crystals. The original price is 15,800 crystals with a 10% discount for the first week. Okay. A new item, the Adventurer's Notebook, has been added for 13,800 crystals. Using this item, it's a story skip. It's actually a story and job skip combined because it boosts your current job and skips the story. Interesting to see them get them combined, but I'm also not as right. Leveling in MSQ goes so fast in 14 mobile. Far more than it does in 14 retail. But, I mean, were we really surprised? We should have expected this. It's just crazy that keep in mind, level 50 is the current max level. It's very different from ours, which stops at 10 levels before and doesn't work on the newer jobs. They literally just got through 2.0's story, Ultimate Weapon, and are now expanding it in this patch, and are subsequently adding a skip to get you to the point that you are caught up to 2. So you can go right into 2.1. That's wild, but at the same time, I'm not really surprised by any measure. System, new achievements have been added. Relic achievements, 9 individual achievements, and 1 complete set achievement for the Relic weapons. Trial achievement for War Leader Extreme. Fisher achievement, go big or go home too. That's big fishing. Quest achievements for the MSQ. The item achievement for owning the skateboard. So you get an achievement for buying the skateboard, I guess. PvP achievement, 31 new achievements added with Crystalline Conflict. Probably gets so many kills, so many wins, blah, blah, blah. New titles for a variety of content have been added. Relic weapon titles, 9 new titles associated with each Relic weapon. Quest titles, Legendary Fisher and Guardian of Eorzea. And PvP titles, 6 new titles associated with Crystalline Conflict. New Orchestrion roles, Wreck to the Seaman from War Leader Extreme through the Maelstrom from War Leader Extreme. Blood for Blood for PvP series Malmstones. Dark Vows from the Battle Pass. And Calamity Unbound Orchestral version from the Mog Station. New dye colors have been added to the Glamour Dresser. Standard colors, Gem Red, Canary Yellow, Indigo Blue, Dragoon Blue, Lime Green, and Cobalt Brown. And special colors are Metallic Red and Metallic Yellow. For more in-game fixes and optimization, you can check the detailed announcements in the in-game news section, which is not translated here. Thank you for your continued support and encouragement. We continue to improve the game experience and provide more in-game content. Crystal World Operations Teams. Yeah, so that's the skateboard. Pretty cool looking skateboard. Honestly, it looks like, I know this is a super blurry picture, but it looks more like it belongs in Solution 9 than anywhere else. Can we get that as a raid mount, Smile? Yeah, but that's the Magitech skateboard, the dyeable Magitech skateboard mount. I sure hope it's the white part. Oh, you know what though? 14 Mobile probably has more than 1 dye channel for the mounts as well, because it has 16 dye channels for armor. So I'd assume that's got as many dye channels as it needs to dye every individual part. And then it's just a couple of looks at some of the new hairstyles, and then there's a source link at the bottom. A couple of interesting things. Because they have so much of Final Fantasy XIV effectively already made from back then, and then a lot of newer stuff to pull from, they can kind of bunch these big patches together in a pretty rapid fashion. They don't need to do any voice acting, because they're not doing anything different in that regard. They don't need to write anything. They just mostly need to localize it and translate it. And then truncate it. Honestly, the most work is probably truncating it to make it work within 14 Mobile. Because it does not take nearly as long to get all of it done. And a lot of it has to, some of the newer systems baked in, like the fast travel with the chocobos to certain locations and things like that, and the auto pathing, like the more technical aspects of it. But there's a lot of work already done. So like, while they do need to rebalance fights, we've seen that they're making brand new mechanics for some raid fights. If you haven't seen me fight Twintania Savage or Caduceus Savage in the Party Finder, I did upload videos for just those two. You can get a good idea of how much work they're putting into the individual encounters to make them a little bit more modern in that sense. But yeah, it's interesting to see them trucking along. 2.1, I think, is not even considered a major patch in that regard. I think they said 2.2 is like a big patch, and 2.1 just has, you know, these handful of things. But even then, it's a lot going on for it. Dude, but the Magitech skateboard, man, there's going to be a lot of people wondering when we're going to get dyeable mounts. And, you know, it's a fair question. It's not even the first time that's come up. Even before this, like, people have been asking for dyeable mounts instead of just having reskins like drop. So it's just going to fuel that conversation further. But let me know what you think in the comment section of the video below. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if there's any more news on 14 Mobile, I'll be sure to put it on the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.